Confident is knowing that you are good and you're good at what you do. But being arrogant is like, I'm good and I'm better than you.
I think he was going with this, you present yourself as pro-black. Why, as a pro-black person, would you nominate another black person? There's a sense of white guilt. And I think white guilt is prioritized over black lives.
Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope you're well, safe, hydrated, and everything in between. Guys, I'm really excited. I'm really, really excited. Do you know what? Shout out to you, to be fair, because you don't know this part, actually.
Okay.
So I
I
actually got the email from you whilst I was in the airport, right? And it was really weird because I'd sent literally a load of emails to people like a few days before, and I saw it and I thought, I didn't message Trish like a week ago. What's going on? And I was like, oh, okay. But it kind of works perfectly with what's going on now. So guys, I must have contacted this guest time ago, and then I got a response time later, but I'm grateful. but I'm grateful.
Like 2 years later.
But I'm grateful. And it kind of works perfectly because of what's happening at the moment. So guys, my personal winner of 2023 Big Brother, Trish Balusa, Ar Trish.
Ar Trish.
What are you saying, Trish? How are you?
Hi, Jord. It's nice to be here.
It's nice to be here too. Well, nice to have you here. Question, where does Ar Trish come from?
You know what? Interesting question, actually. It was a nickname given to me by the Northerners, I heard. Oh. So it was it's our Trish, but it's Ar Trish.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So that was one of the nicknames. And I thought, that is the cutest nickname I've ever heard.
Because I don't know if it's just because I'm really gay or because my friends are really gay, but because the people that I talk to you about are my gay friends, right?
Yeah.
And when I was talking to my friend the other day who is obsessed with, oh my god, Ar Trish, no way. Yeah. And I thought it was
so he just naturally said Ar Trish.
He literally said Ar Trish. I just thought it was a gay thing.
I think it's so cute. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it is though, because as you acknowledged, let me not say I have a huge.
Hold on to have.
Okay, I have a huge LGBT fan base, which I'm really grateful for. So and so much love, and so I would not be surprised if the person that first said it was from the community.
Yeah,
at all.
I think, do you know what it is though? Queers are very ride or die fans. They're very hardcore. They will literally ride till the end. They're very loyal with anything, to be honest. Because you do get referred to as mother quite a lot as well. Have you seen that?
Yes, of course. Yeah, don't mess with Trish. Mother is mothering. I've heard.
You've heard it all.
You know what? To be honest, I could go back and see a lot more, but at the time I was seeing a lot of love. And I've always said so interesting you say about the LGBT community or queer people being very having this undying loyalty, because I've always said that you can learn a lot about love from the LGBT community.
Okay. In what sense? Oh yeah, I'm all good. Sorry, yeah, no, just on my chair.
Okay.
Yeah, in what sense?
I think in terms of, first of all, I think being graceful. Yeah. I think the LGBT have the most graceful community and loving. I think the LGBT community have probably demonstrated the closest thing that I have seen to unconditional love.
Interesting.
Because I don't think unconditional love shouldn't exist unless you're someone's parent. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I think between just normal relations, interactions and whatnot, it shouldn't really exist just for boundaries and stuff. But I think the closest thing to that has been the LGBT community. And I think I learned that very early on from my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I see how he's handled us even when we were ignorant towards him. Things that I know that I'll still be angry about.
But whereas he's a bit more chilled.
He's so understanding. Yeah. I'm like, bro, don't you want to get mad?
I feel like you're just very lucky because we're not all the same.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, but even after certain things went down, the LGBT community had my back.
Yeah.
They had my back. It was different communities. Don't get me wrong. Black women were riding for me.
But they do naturally, though, don't they? In those type of shows and establishments.
They do. Yeah, but I wasn't expecting that. I think because I had a lot of different voices in my head, I just thought, oh, that's it. I'm abandoned. I'm finished. But it was so reassuring to get so much love from the LGBT community and Black women and the Asian community as well. It was so oh, okay. But there was nobody who said "F them," like the LGBT community. Like, I don't give a shit. And I think because the LGBT community, you guys know oppression, you guys see things for what it is. So you were able to easily put two and two together. Do you know what I mean?
I do. And also, I think at the same time, if we're being completely honest, if everybody, like everyone everywhere, was to have like their like online persona or accounts or like digged up,
Finished.
we would all have things. I've actually gone through my Twitter before and like deleted tweets. But obviously, like no one's like advocating for it, but like you're very accountable and you've acknowledged that you've said things that you don't mean anymore, you know.
And some of it were jokes, man. Come on, it was clear. Some of it was not serious.
But I think the thing is that I feel like when people are looking to try and create a narrative, that isn't considered.
That's what matters. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think in hindsight as well, I think, thank God, I've gotten to the point where I feel less guilty because I'm like, yeah, the outrage was not really real. And would you want me to say it of something that's already back there? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to say about that. Do you know what I mean? I can just be like, oh, okay.
Literally, all you can do is acknowledge and keep it moving. That's literally all it is. You know, do your thing. And
trust me, even when they try to bring it up now, I'm like, go back and read it again. Go on.
Refresh.
Yeah, go refresh if it makes you feel better.
But let's roll it back a little bit. So my winner of Big Brother, in my opinion, but then to be fair, I do like Jordan, so big up Jordan.
No. Sorry, moving on. Sorry. Is that awkward?
No, you can say what you want.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh, you guys share the same name. Is your namesake?
Yeah.
Technically.
Both queer. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Twinning.
So talk me through like the initial process then. So like because obviously you were on the first series where it came back, right? Like, have you always been like an avid watcher? Like, what made you want to go on the show in the first place?
Well, I think it's always like, it's not one direct answer, but I think the most honest answer is I needed money. I was very poor and facing homelessness. I was me and my son were in a house that was deemed unsafe and just had like local authorities messing us about. And I just wanted to do something that's unconventional. I realized quickly that, I'm a very unconventional woman. I am a single mother to a neurodivergent child. And so things are not working out for me the way it's expected to be working out.
Right.
And I think with Big Brother, I've always loved the show, especially when you were younger. Like looking back, it's like it was really toxic, but it was entertaining back then. And in that time, some things were acceptable to watch and enable and be part of the culture.
Ethics were a thing then.
Listen, back then the reality TV was realitying. Back then I always thought, I should go on Big Brother one day. And also I think back then being a bit emotionally immature, like when you watch certain scenes, you're like, excuse me. I'm like, I don't know why they're scared. I could say that. I've always been really forward and people have always found me entertaining and whatnot. And because I've always kind of been into arts and creative, because at the time I was really, I wasn't confident academically. So when I saw that I was doing great creatively, I kind of leaned towards that. Naturally, yeah. And so when I was seeing those shows, I'm like, I can actually do this, And sometimes people will be like, you should go on Big Brother. I'm like, yeah, I will. I just kept saying I will. And then one day they were like, it's a final season. And I was like, I never applied. And obviously then it happened like in 2023, or was it in 2022 that I applied? Because I feel like I applied end of 2022.
Probably would have opened in 2022, I reckon.
Yeah, I think, or beginning of 2023. Either
either, they're not far apart.
I just remember seeing the advert, I was like, oh my God, this is it. I'm meant to apply because like I'm trying to find a way to make a living in this great Britain. So, yeah, I was like, okay, cool. This is an unconventional way to try and boost up opportunities. Let me see what could happen. So yeah, I just applied out of desperation and poverty.
But like we appreciate the honesty, and it's like it's worked in your favour, to be honest.
Kinda, yeah.
Come on, it's a work in progress. Come on,
it's a work in progress, I guess. But I don't know if this is going to sound big-headed, but I think it worked more for the broadcaster's favour because I think, I think there was more money made for other people out of us than there is for us. Do you know what I mean? Apart from the winner, of course. Do you know what I mean?
I also think at the same time, not just Big Brother, but reality TV doesn't have the same opportunities that it once did.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah.
Because obviously, like, there are people from the last two seasons that are doing very well. I don't need to name them because we all know who they are. But like,
I actually don't. Maybe.
oh really? Okay. Well, like Yiren's doing really well.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, and so is Jordan, and so is Henry. Like, there are a few names that come to mind, but they're not like on the same level as like, and no shade to them, like Josie Gibson or like
Yeah.
oh god, what's that other woman called who's doing really well? I love her.
Who?
Oh god, what is her name? Alison Hammond.
Oh, Alison. Oh, I love Alison.
Do you know what I mean? Those are like complete. Those are complete.
I think reality
levels.
TV has changed. Yeah. I think, to be honest, sorry, I just want to be clear. The reason why I can't comment on the other housemates is because I don't know. Genuinely don't know.
Yeah, fair.
And I don't look. I have this thing of if I know some people really love to like lurk and and see like people who they don't like or they're haters, people they don't get on with.
Yeah.
It gives me peace of mind to not know.
No, valid, fair.
Especially if it's gonna cause you to like compare yourself and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't know. And also I think from things that I have heard or things that have come back to me, I didn't know if Jordan's doing well or not because there's been certain conversations about him talking about why he's fallen off and whatnot. And I'm like, okay, I wouldn't have known he's fallen off, but if this is coming from him, then...
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, and obviously this is coming from me, someone who doesn't know him, has no mutuals. Just from what I see, like, he looks like he's doing okay.
Oh, okay. See, I just had literally no idea.
Yeah,
so,
cool.
And I think I find peace in that because I think a big part of my journey was a constant worry that I'll be left behind. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And so a good way of me to deal with it is to, you know what? Let me not pay attention to others. This is my direction.
Cool.
Let me go to that direction.
I think the experiment itself is quite interesting though, because like naturally you're in a house with like X amount of people, right?
Mm-hmm. And
like, well, you're put with people like naturally that you aren't going to get on with. Like I think Big Brother is probably like, it's the only reality show that I'm really in tune with, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm very trial and error. Nothing else really.
I really like Love is Blind.
Okay.
I think because I'm really like a big romantic and sometimes I'm quite delusional.
Yeah.
And every time I watch it, I have these delusions to believe that the men there are ready to be married. And
they are till they see their faces.
Do you know what? Some of them, I don't even think they know that they're supposed to get married on that show. I don't think they got the memo. Because they get there and they're like, oh, I'm not ready. I'm like, what did you think you were doing on this show?
Yeah.
But I love the concept of like the giddy part, I really enjoy it. Like,
it reminds me a little bit of, do you remember Dating in the Dark? Did you watch Dating in the Dark?
I feel like I remember that, yes!
It was where they would meet.
And they were literally in the dark.
Yeah, and they would like kiss and stuff, and then they would see each other from the other side, and they'd be told to like either walk off or stay there if they were interested.
Oh my gosh, I don't remember that part, but I do remember like the dating in the dark. My
mum used to love it. That's how I remember.
Yeah, I remember my mum used to love it as well.
It was a very mum show, wasn't it?
But I like those like sentimental stuff, like this is so cute. Like I know I come across like a toughie, but I'm such a big softie, especially when it comes to romance. So,
you're a lover girl.
Oh, I'm such a lover girl.
Okay, perfect.
If you hear the things I say behind closed doors, embarrassing.
There's nothing embarrassing about that.
Except for saying it to men, straight men.
I can't comment on that for obvious reasons.
You're lucky.
I think men are all the same, to be honest. I don't think love are winning either way.
Honestly, I always think sexuality cannot be a choice because why would gay men choose to date men?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, why would you put yourself for that? I mean, why would we put ourselves for that either? I think nobody would choose that for themselves.
Yeah, I agree, to be honest. Like sometimes and it's so funny, right? Because ever since being out, I've actually had more female attention.
Okay, how long have you been out?
Since I was 18, I'm 26.
Okay.
So quite a while.
Yeah. How was that for you, by the way?
I have like the best family ever.
I love that.
Like my mum's Jamaican.
Do you think she knew?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say mothers know.
She was just like, okay, and?
Why are you disturbing me?
I made like a massive thing out about it because I was like, oh my God, this is like so deep. And she
you wanted a moment.
And she was just like, I know, it's fine. And she's so funny because I have a lot of female friends, right? Yeah. And she was like, because my little brother's like very, very straight. And she was like, honestly, the amount of girls that stayed at the house, and I never thought once this is a girlfriend.
Oh wow.
But she's like an ally, like she wants to go to Pride with me. She's she's like called me, right, when she's seen like good looking guys on the street and be like, oh my God, I saw this guy. I'm like, did you get his name? Did you get his number? She's like, no, but he was really cute.
But does she know your type though? Like,
yeah.
Okay, I love that. Oh my gosh, I guess you guys are quite close.
Yeah, very.
Not me interviewing you on a podcast, sorry.
No, it's all right. We can switch.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, she's cool. She's cool.
That's so cute.
Yeah, big up her.
Big up, mummy. What's your mummy's name?
Antoinette.
Big up, Auntie Antoinette.
Antoinette, yeah.
Big up, Auntie Antoinette.
Yeah, come on, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
What were we saying before? Sorry, I'm lost.
I actually lost my way as well. Okay, so so I was saying it's embarrassing being a Lover Girl, Love Island, reality TV shows.
Yeah, thank you. There we go. Yeah, but like it's all. I think Big Brother has always been like the most like raw and the realist, right? It's the only one that I've actually managed to really like stay in check with, to be honest.
Okay.
Everything else just isn't doing it for me. I used to love Love Island, but I've just.
How about Traitors? Traitors is quite good.
I've never seen it, but my mum loves it.
You should give it a go.
Yeah.
It'll definitely give you a heart palpitation.
Ooh, say no more. Okay.
Oh, not you liking the adrenaline. You're like, oh, you're gonna go home like Traitors. No, it's really good.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
I was like rooting for you from like day dot. Like I really appreciate how you're very like direct, very to the point, and you don't sugarcoat, you know. And I think that's quite admirable. And I think, unfortunately, like as a Black person, that can sometimes be like misconceived, right? And like it's interesting because like I watched it at the time and kind of like felt a certain way, but didn't really know how to like articulate my thoughts right. And then obviously, like I said to you, I've like been watching it again this week, and there's like so many things that like came into practice, and I thought this really isn't okay. This really isn't okay. And obviously, I feel like I'm very like protective of Black women as a baby of a Black woman.
Yeah,
most of my closest family members are Black women, and a lot of my friends are Black women, right? And there are certain things that I would see, and I think that just isn't on. Like, if I hope you don't mind if I give you some examples, right?
No, go ahead.
So like, there was a part where like you were having like a meeting, right? And you were expressing your concerns, and you said about how people like being up late and making like excessive noise is a pain, which I think is completely valid. To which a housemate responded saying like, I go to bed at a certain time, I'm not going to stop the thing. But like compromise is a thing, right?
Yeah.
And I just thought, and in my head I'm thinking like, okay, like would the same response be given to a non-Black person who's saying it? Do you know what I mean? Because you know how like annoyingly, like when you're showing not even passion, just like general like concern, it just seems to be like misunderstood. And then I think the Halloween episode always comes to mind as well. That really, I had to turn the TV off. I was actually getting so annoyed. I actually can't watch this. I couldn't watch the whole thing. I think I like had to skip because I was like, oh, this is like a bit too much.
I haven't even watched it. I've seen just the little clips, and that clip keeps getting sent to me, and it's coming up again.
But you've lived it though. Like, is there any need to watch it?
You know what? I think it's interesting to watch it because you don't know exactly which bits make it. And I say this to someone who I haven't watched everything. I think I stopped at like episode 7. So I haven't watched everything yet. So I don't know exactly which parts made it. But I can say, first of all, the part of the sit down at the table, tea and I think it's called tea and biscuit or something. I don't remember. But something about keeping it real and just having a conversation and setting up some boundaries and rules. I don't know what it looked like to everyone, but I think for me at the time with that scene, I was quite confused because I didn't know what Paul's problem was. So, but the way I interpreted it in my head is, okay, he's got an issue with someone. And in my head, I thought he's definitely got an issue with Noki because he's been doing some shady stuff.
Yeah.
And he's got an issue with Noki. And then he's projecting it onto everyone. And it's hitting me the most because I've been asked to host this. Do you know what I mean? So that's the way I kind of interpreted it. Sorry. That's the way I kind of interpreted it. It wasn't so personal because there was some parts he'll say something and I'm thinking, okay, like, did I just walk into something?
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't quite understanding what was going on. I think at some point I did think, okay, does he have an issue with me? But then I thought, don't be paranoid because I haven't done anything to him.
Yeah.
You know? But again, I think he mentioned something about people being fake and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay. He's talking about Noki. But then, again, I'm not really close to Noki. So I'm just thinking like, okay, like, why are you specifically stuck in a specific place, you know? And then I also thought maybe he's just quite frustrated because we've all been stuck in here for some time and we're not having access to our family and whatnot.
Emotions are building and all of that, intentions rising.
They are built. Do you know what I mean? And I don't know if this part came through as well, but the day when they showed us pictures of our family members or the people that we're close to, and I cried when I saw my dad, I made a couple of people cry because of how emotional I got. And again, I don't know how much of this went in. And looking back, it was actually the people that really don't like me. So Chanel cried, Paul cried. He actually got up and walked off because he cried. And at least she had to go after him. I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. Are you okay? And he was like, it's fine. Like, you crying, you just made me sad about my nan, blah, blah, blah. So obviously I'm taking all this into consideration, thinking, okay, it's been kind of intense. People have cried over people they've lost, and maybe he's just overspilling his emotions. I didn't understand, but I think obviously down the line, I started to understand more. Okay, this is not just Noki you have an issue with. You actually have an issue with me as well.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. It's only when he was like, when I was calling him a bully, then he's like, I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of you. That's when I was like, oh, okay. You must find me intimidating because why are you telling me you're not scared of me? That's why I was like, why would you be scared of me? I'm 5'1". Like,
You actually, yeah, to be fair, I was actually surprised at how short you were, to be fair. You come across taller on television. When I saw Trish, I was like, oh, hi, Trish. But then I am like quite tall, so I
I've
guess
been told I act like I'm 6 foot. People was like, wow, you're so tiny.
you have tall girl energy, I would say.
I have big dick energy.
Big dick energy, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was interesting. I think I wasn't always picking up when there was some sort of microaggression towards me because I would be thinking, okay, I haven't interacted with this person as much, or they're not really being forward. Do you know what I mean? But I think it was much later, and I was like, okay, you have an issue with me, and you have an issue with Noki.
So interesting as well when you think about it. I mean, and like Noki is like, so I would say like you're quite.
But he came out and said he didn't have an issue with me, didn't he? Like, Paul.
I believe
He's
so.
like, yeah, I love Trish.
But like,
and then he had an issue with me again.
it's
so.
all, but it's all to sugarcoat it. It's all to make them look good, you know. Because you got to think like black people to black people for the most part on these shows are very loyal. And my man would have got a lot of angry DMs if not. I actually have a friend, right, who went to Late in Live. Like, who was he having a go at? I don't want to quote him because I don't want to get it wrong, but I remember really well my friend going to Late and Live and actually like having a go at one of the boys that was rude to you, but I cannot remember who
Is it
was.
Tom?
Maybe.
Or Dylan?
I honestly can't
Hopefully
remember.
it's Dylan.
I honestly can't remember, to be honest.
Okay.
I might message my friend after and find out.
Okay.
But yeah, and then the situation for Halloween was just stupid. Like I thing is, like you said, emotions are very high, and like you're very far into the game at this point, right? So naturally, everyone is like overstimulated. Everyone's had enough, and like it must be quite. I can only imagine as an outsider and as a viewer, right? It must be quite frustrating because there isn't really an opportunity to have like any like alone time.
Yeah,
you're always like in proximity of other people, right?
Yeah, unless you go to the diary room, you can have alone time with Big Brother. And you know, the Halloween episode was quite interesting because again, I haven't watched all of it, and I don't think that this part made it in. But it was so interesting for me to watch it play out, yeah, because it was like, obviously, Dylan kicked off. Me and Noki are like uncomfortable. Big Brother just exposed us. I'm thinking, what the Noki's like real quiet. I'm thinking, oh, she's going to panic. And I already see Paul start doing, I told you she was fake. I was thinking, oh, this doesn't look good for her. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't look good for her. And that's part of the reason why I didn't want to throw her under the bus and be like, actually, she did this and I did this. I thought, I'm not going to explain anything. Let's see how this plays out. And then I also went to the diary room to ask Big Brother, are we allowed to actually tell what actually went down rather than let people go over assumptions? And they're like, yeah, sure. And then I basically tell everyone, oh, yeah, we're going to have a meeting in so-and-so, like 10 minutes, blah, blah, blah. We're going to explain what happened to everyone. And I don't think this part made it, yeah, but this was so interesting. Let me tell you some gist. Hold on. Because I walked into the bedroom and I don't remember who was there, but there was a couple of people there. And then they walked out. I can tell they were talking about me. And then they were just Dylan on his bed. And then Dylan's like, I just don't understand. This was so interesting. He's like, I just don't understand. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Why would you nominate me? He was so convinced I nominated him. Like, he didn't ask or nothing. He just assumed. And I just thought, I'm just going to let you go with it because I don't want to mess Noki over. He's like, why did you nominate me? I just, like, and then he talks about Paul, or he points to Paul, because I think Paul was the last to leave. He's like, why didn't you nominate him? Like, you should have gotten him. And I thought that's really interesting because when you were shouting at me back there, it was Paul trying to hold you up, Paul hugging you, Paul doing all this. Yeah, bro, like
doing the most.
I've got you. But now you're telling me I should have actually nominated Paul. I thought,
Boys will be boys. Yeah.
Oh, this is quite interesting. Yeah. And yeah, I found that quite interesting. I did tell the other team, but it was only after I think Paul left. Yeah, after they both left, and I don't know if it was bingo or something. We're playing something about telling the truth or telling a gossip, and I was like, oh, actually, let me tell you guys. Dylan suggested I should have nominated Paul instead, and Tom was like, Dylan's a dickhead. He's like, I don't like it for that. I was like, oh, it's a bit late now.
Yeah, what can you do?
What can you do?
I think the comment that really pressed me the most that evening was him saying about black on black voting. What's that about? And I thought, come on, let's not do that.
You know, he was thinking that for a long time because he thought
Had
that
it
he
in reserve, ready.
yeah, he thought he was dropping something.
Yeah, it didn't land.
Yeah, no, he thought he was landing clear. Like, I think he would. The thing is, I do, as much as I hate to say, I do think I understand where he was trying to go with this. I think he was going with this, you present yourself as pro-black. Why, as a pro-black person, would you nominate another black person?
But realistically, though, black or not, if you don't like them, it's not.
That's the part that he missed out, especially because he was constantly nominating me.
Yeah, it's not really adding up, is it?
No, it's not. But I guess he gives himself that space to be a hypocrite in it. Like,
I guess so, but it's very infuriating to watch, to be honest. I found moments where I was literally screaming and I thought, yo, come on, like this, like, and I think, especially as someone that has like probably black women in their family, do you know what, I'm assuming so, I don't know for sure. I mean, there must be like a grandparent somewhere or something.
well, there's definitely black in his family.
Yeah.
But I don't know how
To what level
or his interactions with black women's experience.
Yeah.
And I think from his interaction with me and Noki, I would assume his experience with black women is limited.
Do you think, okay, with that being said, then do you think reality TV is a safe place for black women?
At the moment, no.
Okay.
I think at the moment, black people are tokens. Is that the word, tokens? Yeah. It's a diversity tick, isn't it? I think a lot of companies, broadcasters want to tick off things, and I also think black people bring on a lot of entertainment. You know, even though we don't necessarily get rewarded with the resources that we need after, I think at the moment we make really good TV shows, and I think like our passion and whatnot, I think we're quite exploited. To be honest, I think reality TV overall is a field of exploiting people.
Yeah.
But I think it's harder for black people because I think although people want diversity, they don't put in the things necessary in place for those people from diverse backgrounds to succeed.
Okay,
as well.
Cool.
And so I think that's the first thing that makes it unsafe. And I think also in terms of the welfare, and from my own experience, there's a lack of training on actually protecting people from diverse backgrounds and the things that affect us. And I think because of that, it makes it slightly unsafe, especially if there's also a lack of training or knowledge from the production team. You know, I think it places us at bigger risk because what happens is that they want a group of diverse people, but they have no resources or safety measure to protect us. Therefore, in a way, it puts us in actually more danger because then it exposes us to a bigger crowd of potential racists and hateful people.
Yeah.
And I think it's a known fact that black women are most likely to receive hatred than any other group on social media. And so when there's no preventive things in place to protect us, and when there's no plan of how to take action in an urgent way that protects black people, ultimately we just end up being in danger, but it makes good TV show. And I think that's what can be quite concerning about it.
Yeah, I think it should be mandatory to have actual black like therapists or health professionals like on welfare teams.
Absolutely. I agree with you.
Yeah.
And the thing is, let's be honest, not just black, because one thing I've realized in this industry as well, there is a lot of coons. I think that's the best way to put it. There are so many people cooning about, and I think especially in the UK, there's so little space for black creatives that sometimes if you have one person who's willing to talk, it's easier to get rid of them because you'll have, like, for example, if AJ is willing to stand up for herself, it's easier to get rid of AJ knowing that Trish will come in and be quiet and do what needs to be done. Yeah, and then there's 10 more Trishes where there's one AJ's.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
I do.
And so then AJ will have to think about, do I want to speak up or do I want all the Trishes to come and take my job away. And so it seems like a lot more Black people are fighting for that small spot.
Yeah.
And if you're fighting with integrity, you're most likely to lose. And so it's like, sometimes it's like, you can have a therapist who has knowledge on these things, but are they going to act upon it? Are they going to go above and beyond? Are they going to act out of conflict of interest? Because that's the thing as well. Even therapists, they want jobs. They want to be constantly invited back. They have ambitions. They want to have book deals and whatnot. And so they also want to position themselves in a way that's favorable for them. And so maybe calling that racism or pointing out that the person is right is not really what they want to do.
I guess it can be deemed as controversial and problematic, and
absolutely,
like, well, yeah, just not what follows into the appropriate supposed guidelines and all of that.
Absolutely.
Crap,
and even though these are social experiments, I think talking about racism still makes white media feel uncomfortable. And if the production team is majority of white people who are not trained on the effect of racism, then they're going to lean towards the discomfort over your safety.
Cool. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm with you.
And so you end up having a constant pattern. And also I think sometimes it's not the problem that's the problem. It becomes a person that points out the problem that's the problem. It's like, oh, everybody was doing fine, and then you come and bring up race. Like, we wasn't even thinking about that. Do you know what I mean? Like, we don't see colour.
For sure. And I find it really annoying when people say, like, oh, you're bringing up race, or you always bring up race. And it's very much like, I actually don't want to. I would actually quite happily never moan about it again. Honestly. But you lot make it so difficult. Yeah. I don't have an alternative.
If I never experienced racism, I won't talk about it.
Yeah.
Because I won't know what that is. But I experience it and I know it. And I should be able to speak on it. Like all oppressions, you know, sure. And facts are facts. So I think because of that, because of the level that broadcasters and production team are willing to go to avoid talking about racism, it makes it unsafe for anyone who can experience racism.
Right. Got you. Well, for what it's worth, Trish, you were my winner.
Thank you.
And you were my friend Harry's winner as well.
Oh, thank you to Harry.
Thank you, Harry.
Big up Harry.
Big up Harry. But like, let's not make this all about Big Brother, because like I said, like, there's a lot more to you, right? And
absolutely.
Thank you, and I appreciate you dearly. Let's keep it moving. So it's October, Black History Month.
Yeah, Black History Month, yeah.
How do you find it? Like, what's your, like, do you have any, like, I don't know, like, how does your Black History Month, like, land out?
I think it looks different every time.
Cool.
You know, so sometimes I'm like, I think at the moment I'm just like, okay, it's Black History Month. Don't ask Black creatives to do anything for free. Like, this is a time to actually pay Black creatives. Like, don't ask me, can you speak on this? Can you do this? Can you... Please, this is a time to actually pay. So I think people should use that as an opportunity to actually financially empower Black creatives or Black people all over, especially in the UK, because I think it's only in the UK that it's Black History Month in October. I think it's in February in the US.
You're right.
Thank you. Of course I am. Always right. So I think it's a good opportunity to also really educate. None of this, we're listening and we're learning. Okay, what are you listening to?
Yeah.
What are you actually learning? How are you incorporating these into your policies, you know? And so I think it's a real good opportunity for companies to actually cater to Black people's well-being and actually genuinely take in what they're listening and put it into policies, which is something I'm quite passionate about. And I've naturally found myself going into that kind of policy making, policy adjusting, advocating. I've always been an advocate.
Trailblazer.
I've always been an advocate. I've been doing a lot of work behind closed doors. I think what's so interesting, I did think at some point when I come out of Big Brother house, my advocacy is going to be like at the forefront, blah, blah, blah. But I quickly realized that actually it just causes so much discomfort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't pay very well either.
No, it doesn't pay very well. And it punishes hard.
Yeah.
You know, there's a sense of victimization for actually speaking out. You feel a sense of backlash. It's like, you are the bad person for speaking out, or you're not perfect, so why are you complaining about racism? And I find myself naturally just going into like meetings. It's weird because I always thought that my advocacy would be at the forefront. But I went from... I still do a lot of public speaking, keynote speaking and stuff, but to actually being invited to like boardrooms where changes can be made. Yeah, because it's a sense of, oh, actually, Trish, we really appreciate how you critically analyze that. Can you come to the meetings with the CEOs and whatnot? And I'm like, oh, okay.
Purr.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And that's been it's been a positive feeling for me because I always wanted to know that I can make a difference. But it's something I'm also trying to tackle because I don't always want to be fighting for everyone else.
This is part of it. And I think the main concern is trying to find the balance. You know, like doing enough work so change is actually noticeable and pivotal, but also finding a midpoint so you don't
You don't exhaust yourself.
Yeah, literally
You
that.
don't self-sacrifice.
Because then if you do that, if you can't help yourself
Yeah.
or look after yourself, you can't be helping other people.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm a real advocate for that. Like I really, my my main core is to try and like, however, make life somewhat easier for people of all ages that are black and gay.
Yeah.
Because the intersections are very apparent
Yeah.
and make it very, very difficult a lot of the time, you know?
Yeah.
And I'll keep on moaning about, well, not moaning, I'll keep on advocating and like liberating until like I'm cremated.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because it's an ongoing thing, you know?
Yeah. It's not easy at all, but you want to make sure that is rewarding, you know. Like, one thing that I always do now, if I want to speak or partake, I want to know what's the budget, you know. Like these are my knowledge and life skills, and I think the good thing about going to Big Brother is I realized how much my skills were intimidating to others. It almost made me think, oh, okay. Oh, I've actually walked into the room and people are shook. You know, there's something about me that's intimidating them, not because I'm scary, but because they're insecure or because they've seen something in me that I haven't even seen in myself yet. Do you know what I mean? And so it did give me an opportunity to go into looking at myself as part of healing and be like, okay, cool. What is it that made me such a threat? You know, because I think you can only be a threat like that when you've got something quite special happening. Do you know what I mean?
Probably insecurities as well from the opposite end.
Absolutely.
Intimidated by insecurities. A lot of the time it's very much you have traits or qualities in yourself which they wish they had.
There you
right?
go.
Because when I think about people that I've disliked, right, for like no real valid reason, it's usually because they're doing something really good.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, or they have something that like I would love to have. Like I've met people that are really confident, and I would not so much now because I've grown.
I like a disclaimer.
Just for the brands watching, I've grown. But like when I was younger, if someone was too confident, I'd actually be like quite aggravated by it. But just because I was jealous.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You don't even know you're jealous. You just think
No.
you're just annoyed. Oh gosh, she just thinks she's it. But why not?
And there's a really distinct difference between being confident and arrogant.
Yeah.
Confident is knowing that you are good and you're good at what you do. But being arrogant is like, I'm good and I'm better than you.
Yeah. But the thing is,
mean?
I think a lot of people confuse confidence for arrogancy. Is that a word?
Yeah, arrogance, yeah.
Arrogance in black people, because what was actually quite strange was when I came out, and obviously, you know, you get the lovers and you get the haters.
Naturally.
Yeah. And they'll be like, oh, she just needs to be humbled. She just needs to be humbled. Like, it was like, oh, the apology isn't enough. Oh, who I am isn't enough. You want more from me. You want me to feel beneath you so you can feel good. You know, I think confidence looks scary for people who don't spend time around black people.
Yeah.
I think you can always tell that they don't interact with black people enough, because why are you running? Like, I'm a vibe. You are depriving. You're depriving yourself.
Yeah. And
Like,
I can't run, so you're good.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna run after you. But you realize how easy it is for good qualities to be made to look negative on darker skin.
So how do you think you navigate that? Or how do you think you should navigate that?
You know what? I think you should just you don't have to cater to the people who are intimidated by you. They're not your problem. And I'm realizing that a lot, because I've been tackling a lot of people pleasing tendencies, especially in therapy.
Cool.
And so I think kind of realize who you're catering to. Like, is this a target audience that I want? Do these people think like I think? Are these people where I want my future to look like? You know, and then determine whether these are the people that you should cater to. And also, I think celebrities and whatnot should start cussing people more.
Depends what type of cussing you mean.
They need to start giving it to them. You know what? I think too many people think that they could project what's happening in their life onto public figures. And actually, no, it's not okay. And I think because a lot of people take the high road, I think more people should be told where to go.
Well, have you seen all the business with Chapel Roan? Do you know Chapel Roan, the singer?
No, who's that?
She's like a white girl. She's very cool.
Okay.
So she was at an award show or red carpet or something, and this photographer shouted at her at an event not too long before, and she was like, "I'm not letting you take photos of me. Back off." I was like, "Do you know what? Big up you.
Yeah.
Big up you."
That's literally like, you don't have to be polite, because I think a lot of people are used to like sending a random wild message and just thinking that you're not going to respond or you're just going to take it.
Yeah.
Like, are you okay? Like, does your mum know you send these messages?
Yeah. It's really weird because I think like sometimes when you're like a public figure or a celeb or like you have like an online presence, people seem to forget that one, you probably will see the message.
Yeah.
And two, people have feelings. It's really bizarre.
And also, we're genuinely loved by other people. So, yeah, it's actually mad. You're like, do you know that people actually love me? Like, when I came out and my family and friends were telling me how they were literally cussing people, I was like, oh. They're like, Trish, we're not playing around. We got tired. We're like, no. All these bots. Like, I one point, gosh, my baby sister was like, she was just telling people they're ugly. Okay, but you're ugly though. So what are you talking about my sister?
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh my gosh, that's not nice. I didn't say anything bad. She's like, you were literally calling my sister ugly and a horrible person. And I think that's what it is with the public as well. The public is so used to projecting onto public figures or women with visibility online that they don't expect a sense of backlash. That when they get it, they're like, oh, but that's so harsh. I'm like, you literally...
But you initiated it, so how does that work?
You don't walk up to someone in the middle of the road and just say nonsense and think, oh, they're just going to take it. Like,
yeah, unless you're really stupid.
Or you're mad.
Yeah.
But then they might be madder because we're all walking around with our madness. You don't know what my PTSD looks like today. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what your issue is, but if you came into my inbox, you've opened the door for this conversation. So let's talk about it.
Yeah, no, doing this, I've had some very questionable DMs, and I just think, oh,
Yeah.
But like, the thing is that when I start, I don't stop, so I just don't respond.
Oh, when you say, okay, no, it really depends on the mood I'm in.
Yeah.
At first, I wasn't really responding. Or at first, it was actually like, oh, you're right, I'm sorry. Then I was like, oh, you guys want blood. And then the other Gemini twin came out. So like, okay, maybe I've been a bit too nice.
What's your star sign?
I'm a Gemini.
Oh, I thought you said twin.
Yeah, Gemini, twin.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant you had like a... Okay, ignore me.
I mean, I do have a twin in my head.
Yeah.
No. Like,
Okay.
just the other side comes out.
Right, I'm with you.
It's like, I am nice, or should I say I'm kind, but I'm not very nice. I'm not performative. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
you only have certain... the good few amount of times. And I think you guys saw that in Big Brother with Dylan. It's like, okay, cool, I'm being patient. Okay, cool, I'm being patient.
You were patient there.
And I was like, now you're me off.
Yeah.
Now you're really me off, and I'm not in the mood for your.
What was the quote? I actually wrote down the quote, but I actually can't find it.
Which one?
I can't remember. It was so
You're just
funny.
embarrassed of something.
Fake
something.
bad boy.
Oh, fake. At the end. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I said that. I love that bit though.
I love that bit.
Fake bad-
Very iconic. Very camp.
No, you know what? The other bit I actually really liked was that I said something like, "You're embarrassed." Something like, "You're embarrassed because you've been nominated twice."
Something like that.
I was like, Trish.
But also, because this was you were nominated 3 weeks in a row, right?
Back to back.
But saved twice, which is still quite a flex.
Yeah.
You know.
But how much of a flex is it if Dylan can say that too?
No comment.
Because he was convinced I was going, right? Because he's been saved twice. He's like, I've been saved twice, Trish. You're going.
Yeah, I don't know the logistics. So I can't comment. Yeah, me and ITV, we're not tight like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Same here.
What has like was there like much support afterwards?
The support is absolutely rubbish.
Okay, that makes me quite sad.
The bar is low. And I think that's another thing that's quite dangerous for Black people. And I think I tried to hint that. I think there's a need for diversity, for tokenism, but there's no safety plan or no actual plan that's implemented and carried through. You know, I think there was a lot of stuff in the welfare. Wow, the English is not English.
You're good. Don't worry.
In a welfare package that was promised by ITV that were not quite delivered the way it was promised, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And it wasn't carried out. And I think for a minute it made me think, oh, I see why there was an inquiry and why 2 people killed themselves. This makes sense being on this side because they've got to do better, 100%. I also think it's just a idea to have one therapist for 16 people.
Yeah.
What?
Because God forbid if like multiple people are really going through it at the same time, right?
And also that's just conflict of interest because she's now empathizing with this one. Her emotions have got into it. Because think about it. Why would I and Paul and Chanel have the same therapist? Either she's going to be really limited in how much she actually gives to us, or we're not going to trust her because I know you're talking to her. Do you know what I mean? I know you're there to also cater to her
Conflict of
well-being.
interest, like you said.
Yeah. And so there's things like that that's like, okay, this doesn't even make sense. But at the time, you don't really think about it because, you know, everyone's just like in a rush and you're just excited. But when things hit, you're like, oh, okay. And I think also having a bit of background in cognitive behavior therapy and studying it,
Oh, nice. Okay.
there were some things that I just knew that this didn't make sense.
Yeah. It wasn't equated.
Yeah, it wasn't making sense and it's not efficient. So I would say for a broadcaster that's been in trouble a couple of times for welfare, they should definitely do better. But I think that's a conversation that will keep taking place.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. And I really hope for the sake of not even just black people, just people who have issues whilst they're on these shows has the support they need because, well, it should be essential and mandatory, right?
Absolutely. And I'm hoping they'll do better.
Yeah.
Or like as it goes, they'll do better. But it would be a shame to hear another story with something of the similar storyline.
Yeah,
So.
that could have been resolved.
And you know, the chances are it would be someone from a very vulnerable community, you know,
Yeah,
someone from a marginalized community. So,
Okay, yeah. One thing I love about you is how you brand yourself as a feminist, right? Per.
here we go. More drinks.
Go ahead. So I was having a
What
really,
is this purr thing?
I'm not too sure. I feel like per is just like, yeah, camp, cool, sick, sweet.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I mean, are you not familiar with per?
No, can I use it?
Well, use the per.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, that sounds good. Don't want to be invasive.
No, you're all good. I share.
Okay.
But I was having a really interesting conversation not too long ago, right, about like the idea of like black feminism, right, and like modern feminism, right. And I can only see, so obviously like I'm also a feminist, right, but like because like I believe in like equal for everything and everyone, right, especially ensuring that women of all spaces are catered to. But I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, a non-binary person, right? And they were saying to me how they do not think that modern feminism, this is a white person, bear in mind, like, yeah, they were saying to me that they do not think that modern feminism is applicable to women of color and particularly black women, right? Because the example they gave was Barbie.
Okay.
Have you seen the Barbie film?
Yeah. Okay, let me not say my real opinion. I watched it with a straight face most of the time.
Say it again, sorry.
I watched it with a straight face.
Yeah.
The entire time, most of the time.
It's really interesting because every
And I love Maggie, so
yeah, Margaret.
yeah, I just call her Maggie.
Yeah, okay, fair. Yeah, I love her too. I think she's fantastic. I
Yeah.
think she's really, really good. And I think her, like, from what I've seen, her values and morals are like very in check for like a very like
Yeah.
conventionally like pretty white woman. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like she
yeah.
seems to be like really on the ball.
Yeah.
So like if any white girl's gonna have it, give it to her. Big up her. But it was really interesting because when I was talking to people about it and asking what their thoughts were, all of like my black female friends were like, it doesn't really rep me. And it's kind of like open up this debate about whether or not like modern feminism is actually like well suited to women of color. 'Cause I don't know, like I'm just like throwing it out there. Like,
No, I think this is an interesting conversation.
I'm intrigued to
actually.
hear your take.
I think it's actually funny because obviously you say modern feminism is applicable to black women. I think modern feminism is what black women want it to be to some extent. I think the different waves, older ways of feminism isn't applicable to black women. But I think there's a real good opportunity for black women to insert and influence what modern feminism is with the thoughts of what it looks like to black women, with the inclusion of black women. I think the older ways were very ignorant in terms of it kind of ignored a lot of intersection and intersectionality and different issues that black women in particular face. I actually saw this video where a guy was talking about how women in Congo are not worried about feminism. Do you know what I mean? Because they're not just fighting the patriarchy, they're fighting so much more. Do you know what I mean? And I think these are the conversations that actually as black women we can have and also influence what feminism is looking like modernly and it includes us. I think sometimes it's unfortunate, but we often feel like this is not for us. Let's take ourselves out of it. But it still impacts us regardless. But it's just not got our voices in it. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It's kind of like the policy making thing, you know. We're like, okay, this policy is terrible. I'm going to take myself out of it. But actually, I want to also influence this policy because I exist. I guess it's the same as people asking me, do you think black people should do reality TV? The easy answer is no, they shouldn't. Like, for your well-being, you shouldn't. You should read over the contract multiple times, see how it benefits you, ask questions. And all of those are so essential. But I think the important thing about black people also doing like reality TV is that it highlights how we're actually treated in real life. And I think that's a wake-up call to everybody. And I think that's why Big Brother 23 was so uncomfortable for people, because a lot of people didn't want to admit that they treat black women this way or they enable those kind of treatments. And even the broadcasters didn't want to dive into it further, because I think to some extent there's a sense of white guilt. And I think white guilt is prioritized over black lives. Do you know what I mean? And so it's like, oh, this is just too uncomfortable. We're just making it too race. We don't need to go there. And before you know it, the conversation is shut down. But if it's anything else that maybe affects white people, then we're willing to dive into it further and discuss it because we're open to it. And so I feel like, yes, black women being on TV has been excruciating to watch, especially for us black people or people who love black women. But it's also highlighted the reality that black women have been speaking about, but constantly gaslit into thinking isn't real. Like when black women were first saying that they feel like there's a difference in how they're being treated on online dating sites or being picked or being treated in regards to us being the strong black woman and then there's the white princess, the difference in treatment, just the difference in even how I was described versus how Olivia was described, because I thought Olivia was a bit more aggressive than me. She was more forward, she was more chaotic, she was more jumpy, she was more immature, she was more swearing, she was literally telling her friends to f*** off, even her own mother in the house, Kerry, f*** off, this. It was just so open and she was given that room.
The grace.
The grace. But I don't think I saw anyone apart from Dylan. And I was aggressive before that. You know, it was, oh, she's just independent. You know, it was characters that I really admired in white women suddenly demonized when it came to me. And I think these are the kind of things that black women need to insert themselves in so that feminism is extended to us, because I think feminism as itself, the word, yes, it probably belongs to like the suffragettes and it comes from a white culture perspective. But I think the rebellion itself of standing up for your rights as a woman, of inserting your power, has always been a black thing anyway.
Right.
We may have not described it as the same, but feminism has been in the black culture for a long time. We can even look at it through the women, like let's say the Queen Zinga, who was from the Kingdom of Congo, leading the army, fighting. And I actually know that because someone named me Queen Zinga after I was arrested in the process in 2011. They were like, you remind me of a figure, Queen Zinga. I was like, okay, let me go look more into that. And so the more I started reading about black women, the more you're like, oh, there's a lot of black women that have actually said, I ain't taking
the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've always acted as feminists. We've always acted like we belong here, but we may have not owned that word. But I think feminism belongs to everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Period.
everyone who considers themselves some sort of femme has the right to say, actually, you're not going to treat me that way. And black women have been doing that, and we continue to do that, and we will continue to do that. And so feminism also belongs to us, and we are part of modern feminism. We are part of the intersectionality, and we're doing great things in changing policies so that it does include us, like some of the work I'm doing with maternal care, with housing at the moment. I've also working quite closely with some of the people who are doing researching in reality TV and welfare.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, you know, like I said, I've been doing background work.
Big up you, Trish. Big up you.
Thank you. So it's like, all of these things are very relevant. As long as we are here, we will belong to all of these movements that caters to human rights, because we are humans.
Yeah, no, for sure. I haven't even like visioned it like that, because I do acknowledge and appreciate how, like, I mean, I'm a bit biased because my mum's black, but like I do appreciate and acknowledge how, like, I think black women are I'm not going to use the word strong, but are the most creative people I know. Some of the most intellectual people I know. Some of the most hardworking people I know.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's like a structural, natural response or just the way it is.
I think it's a bit of social pressure as well.
Yeah, to be in check.
Yeah, social pressure, and also constantly being humbled. Sometimes as black women, we feel like we have to prove something. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got to prove I belong here because, you know, there's someone out there that's going to say you're a diversity tick. You don't belong. You don't belong here. We heard it quite clearly with the Charlie Kirk stuff. You know, Trump coming in. You know, Trump is probably the most unqualified president I know. I could take that position right now, but because I'm black, it would never happen.
Trish for president.
Vote for me, guys. Like, he's so unqualified and constantly talks about other people being unqualified because they're diversity and inclusion hire. But it's like, well, you kind of are too.
Yeah,
like,
he's a scary man.
You are a white supremacy hire. Like, you are just there because white people are comfortable knowing that a white man is a president. And you are also there because of a backlash because there was a black president. It made some people so angry and so uncomfortable that they would rather have as a president than to actually have someone who's qualified because the is safer to them because he looks a little bit like them and says such basic things that a lot of stupid people are able to understand and be like, oh, this is what politics is. You should have said that a long time ago, I'll vote. And so you see that a lot. But yeah, black women are thriving. I think at some point, black women were the biggest educated group in America. You know, so yeah, like we're doing really well, but it's a shame the world keeps trying to humble us. You know, they constantly want humility. It was such a shame to see how many people wanted me to be humble. Humble from what? I'm coming from humble beginnings. I'm on this show because I'm humble, because I'm broke. What more humility do you want from me? Like I said, I need money. I need to house me and my son. What more do you want? I think it's a sense of, okay, even if you've got great skills, white men don't even have to be qualified or near qualified to get the positions. But black women have to constantly remind people why they are qualified to be in those positions. And we see it quite often.
It's just for double standards, unfortunately.
Absolutely, yeah. And you can have a black woman who's great and still not do as good as her basic white counterparts, as we've seen.
So, like, okay, moving forward, what's like in the pipeline for Trish? Like, what have you got that you can share? Like, I'm because I think a lot of people are like, oh, because you're quite, even though you are like very like online with the socials and updates. I feel like I'm intrigued to know like what have we got to look forward to that you're like.
Oh, that question has so much pressure. Like, are you not happy enough that I'm doing background work?
Super happy, but I'm just nosy. I need more. I'm like a sponge.
Okay, yeah. So I'm definitely going to be doing a lot more background work in terms of policy making and stuff.
Amazing.
Probably maybe some parliamentary stuff, but not as an MP or anything, because people keep telling me to go into politics. Like, have you seen the way Diane Abbott gets treated?
Oh, God forbid.
I would have told everyone where to go by now. That woman is inspirational.
She's a national treasure.
She is literally a national treasure. And I think sometimes that's what people expect from black women, to constantly take. I'm not like that. I can't go into politics because I would actually swear at people in Parliament. So for me, I think I'd just be more like on the advocating side of things or facilitating. So I'm working on a couple of workshops and stuff in terms of equity and whatnot. Got a lot of speaking roles coming up.
Very exciting.
Thank you. Maybe a couple of documentaries as well. Yeah.
I'd love that.
Oh, that would really suit me, wouldn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Remember,
can you sound more enthusiastic? That would really suit me, wouldn't it?
That would really suit you, Trish.
Thank
that would really
you.
suit you.
Oh my gosh,
yeah,
Jord.
so much. 10 out of 10. Invite me to the premiere, please.
Okay. Yeah. So documentary storytelling.
It's a really fun thing to get into as well. Such a good way of like also like showcasing like
absolutely
a topic.
And I think it kind of brings all my skills together, because I don't know if I told you, but I did go to a drama school. I got a degree in acting. So but I wasn't interested in the acting world. But the creative industry and bringing stories and telling stories and raising awareness.
It's transferable.
And yeah, absolutely. And I guess that's probably why I became a bit of a great speaker, because of the, learning improvisation skills and being put on the spot and having to randomly come out with monologues and shit. So that's been quite interesting. So yeah, I guess people can expect more of that from me. And maybe I want to do more social media content, but sometimes, guys, I'm just tired, man. I'm a mom. It's a lot. Yeah. I try to educate and put out there, but it's hard being an educator.
Yeah.
What else? I think people ask me a lot if I want to do more reality TV. I'm not interested in reality TV unless they're going to fix their welfare abilities,
Have you been offered any reality TV since?
I have a couple of times.
Okay.
but it was questionable, and
cool.
I wasn't ready, to be honest.
Cool.
I was not ready, so I was like, I'm not sure. And there were some that I would have wanted, but I didn't get. Do you know what I mean?
Right. I'm with you.
Yeah. So I'm a bit. I'm kind of conscious. Like I'm not as desperate as I was, because when you lose your mind a little bit, you're like, okay, so this PTSD, I'm gonna take it easy because I don't know if I can afford another hit. I might not make it. So and I think reality TV should definitely pay better, especially for people who already been in reality TV. I think people expect you to still do free stuff.
Yeah.
But like, oh, it's exposure. Like, okay, I got exposed and
But it's a lot of time as well.
it is a lot of time.
It's a lot of time.
Especially away from your child as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I'll do something, it probably wouldn't be like something that requires me to be away from my child, because he did develop a lot of separation anxiety
Naturally.
and having to come back and kind of like, deal with that. That was quite a lot. Excuse me. But yeah, I have been offered like a few acting stuff as well, though.
Ooh,
Yeah.
would you not consider it though?
If there's good money, everybody has their price.
Yeah,
If there's good
correct.
money, like I was a decent actress, and I can definitely probably act better now. Like if you put money down, I'm like, listen, I'm morphing into an award winner actress. But I think people just kind of expect you to want to do things for free. I think especially when you do advocating, they're like, oh yeah, come and speak here. I was like, guys, this is actually a job.
Yeah. No, I know that too well, unfortunately.
Yeah. So you understand as a creative. So more keynote speaking, policy changings, being in rooms where you can actually influence policies, especially within the housing sector, media sector, and motherhood and whatnot, and everything. Most things kind of social related and whatnot, and then documentaries and stuff like that. That would be really good.
Yeah,
for
dope.
me.
I'm excited to see it, Trish.
I'm excited
I'm
too.
rooting for you.
Oh, thank you.
We're going to end this with a fun segment, if that's okay.
Okay, go on. What we doing?
I say fun. Some people really don't like it.
Okay, here we
But
go.
it's just a little fun segment. So basically, right, so it's called Side to Side. So the way this works is, right, I give you two sides and we both say which side we prefer and we give our reason why and we keep it moving.
Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds calm.
Right, so I may have this. Do you drive?
No.
Okay, cool. We'll do a hypothetical.
Okay. Let's do this.
Okay. Because you've lived in London, right?
Of course.
Yeah, cool. So in London, driving or tube?
Oh, tube.
Really?
Yeah. No, you know what? Actually, if I'm with a child, I'd rather drive.
Yeah, I bet.
It makes my life easier.
I bet.
But if it's myself, I like to put my headphones in, listen to my music, be in my own world. Sometimes I'm on a train looking like a serious person, but in my head I'm dancing to Congolese music that's banging in my head.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, these people don't understand. There's a party going on right now, and I really enjoy that journey.
I love that for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm a tube babe.
Yeah.
Nothing gives me more anxiety than driving in London.
It's really scary, especially when it's raining.
Everyone just drives like a maniac.
Everybody's mad.
Rules mean nothing.
It means nothing. But you know what? I actually prefer bus over tubes. I really enjoy bus journeys.
Oh, okay. Well, we're not the same, Trish.
Yeah, you sounded really disappointing there. All right.
Yeah, no, they're not for me.
I enjoy bus journeys, yeah.
They're just too long for me.
That's why I like them.
Fair. I'm always in a rush. Like last night, right, when I was coming back from this party, it was so long. I went from St. Paul's to Shepherd's Bush.
Okay, that is quite long. What bus was that?
I can't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. It was at my friend's house, but I just thought, Jesus, this is like long. Like this is really, really long. And I just thought, nah, not for me. Not for me. I do like a tube though.
Oh, yeah, tube's all right. A bus is better, but yeah.
It's all right. Opposites attract, Trish.
It
We're all
does,
good.
yeah.
Greg's or Pret?
Oh, prêt à manger for sure.
Really?
You see that tuna and cucumber sandwich?
Okay.
It's everything. You know what? I think I have a memory connected to it. I used to work in House of Fraser in Oxford Circus.
Lush.
Yeah, and sometimes I used to get lunch in either Pret a Manger or Vapiano's. And I used to look forward to them so much. It tasted so good. I've never tasted a tuna sandwich that tastes like that. You know what? Pret a Manger needs to pay me because I'm just doing free ads for now.
Brett, what you saying?
Like their cucumber tuna sandwich.
Come on, Brett.
Come on, Pret. But Greg's when I was in school, you know, because that was the thing to go to.
Love Greg's.
The chicken bake. Yeah, the chicken bake.
Yeah, I'm a veggie, so I'm not too sure.
Oh, you're missing out. Sorry.
No, I'm good. I'm chilling.
I'm eating your favorite animal. So.
Trish, mother. Ar Trish, don't do that.
Sorry, am I disappointing you?
I said to someone once, right, because like my friends are pretty good because I know some people who are vegans or veggies, they get absolutely annihilated, but my friends are just like, oh, whatever, it doesn't affect us. I said to my friend once, I was like, oh, but you're basically eating someone's child. And do you know what my mate's response was? That makes me like you even more.
Yeah, that is quite sick. That's quite sick. That is quite sick. Sorry.
I was like, right, okay, I don't really know. I think this conversation needs to be terminated now.
Yeah. No, you know what? I'm not going to lie, yeah. I never used to care at all. But then there's times where I'm like, okay, this is quite sick. It tastes good, but it's quite sick.
See, I'm a veggie, right? I am not that type of vegetarian who is going to like hassle people.
Okay.
Because meat eaters do it to us all the time. So why am I going to do it back? Yeah. I do feel like you shouldn't have meat in every meal. That's my opinion personally. But like I don't.
A meal without meat is not a meal.
But like, I'm not someone who's going to like call someone out or like talk about them for like for eating meat. Like it's not my body.
Have you always been a veggie?
Since 19, so quite a while.
Okay. That's good. You're quite disciplined.
Very. I have like had some sweets by accident.
Well, you didn't know it, did you? Or did you? Because you said by accident. That doesn't sound like an accident. No, it doesn't sound like an accident. Sounds like accidentally on purpose.
I was really hungry. And like, you know when it gets to that point in the night where like nothing's open and you have literally just like it was like either that or like crisps or some crap like that. And like my mum's like very like heavy on like not cooking in the evening because of the smell.
Okay, yeah.
Which
you from the Caribbean?
Yeah, Jamaica.
Yeah. Caribbean people are strict about stuff like that. You guys don't play it. Yeah. You don't play it. I know my Caribbean friends. They don't play about stuff like that.
Well, my mum's not one to mess with. Big up her.
Yeah. Big up your mum.
Big up her. Okay, right. So, with communication, direct or sugarcoating?
Direct.
Yeah, her.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
I mean, you can find better ways to be direct, but sugarcoating is just dishonesty.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes it can be like selective, in a sense that like some people don't deserve me being direct, and I don't like because I feel like I'm probably the most direct of people that I really care about.
Okay,
right, like very much like like I want my friends to be really honest with me, right? Yeah. Like vice versa. Yeah. But like if it's someone that I don't care for, it's small talk. Okay. I don't have enough energy because I think it takes a lot of energy to be direct.
Okay, yeah, it does
right?
To some extent, yeah.
And I just think you're not really deserving of it.
That's a good way of looking at it.
Like, you know, when you're like at a function and you've been stuck with the friend of the friend, like you don't dislike them, but you don't particularly want to talk to them, and you're just trying to keep it like very minimal. Because I do that, so they get the hint and they keep it moving.
Yeah, you know, I genuinely hate small talk. I do, but I literally hate small talk within dating attraction. I hate it when men give me small talk. I feel like they're trying to punish me and imprison me with them.
It's boring, isn't it?
It's disgustingly boring, especially when they ask you the same question in different ways. How are you? How was your day? What did you do with your day? That's the same question. Don't try and trick me. You cannot trick me. But otherwise, I think even sometimes with small talk, I end up finding myself being quite direct. I think the other day I was, what was it? Someone was complaining about something, but then they wouldn't stop doing it. I was like, are you sure you don't like it? Because you've been complaining, but you're still doing it.
Yeah.
I always unintentionally end up finding myself being quite honest. I may not elaborate, but
I think it's just there. I think it is also how some people are just naturally accustomed to as well, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Can't fight nature.
There we go.
Night out or night in? Oh wait, sorry, mine was direct as well.
Okay.
Night out or night in?
You know what? As I've gotten older, night in.
Okay.
With a good takeaway.
Yeah. Like a girls' night in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Girls'
nice.
Night in. Maybe games night.
I love that.
Fun. Little gossip. Gist.
It's more intimate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that.
It's fun. Even if it's with a partner. I haven't had a partner in a long time. help me.
I'm working on it. I know some wonderful bachelors.
Oh, do you?
You got a type?
Yeah. I like I'm tall, beardy, feminist, open-minded,
Hot.
at my feet, praising me. They think I'm amazing.
Yeah.
They love me. They're obsessed.
Right.
And they agree with everything I say. Thank you.
Okay, I don't know if I can tick all of that, but I'll see what I can do.
You can try.
I can try.
At least a good 5. I don't ask for much.
Okay, cool. Let me get back to you on that one.
Funny too. And money. Sorry.
Do you know what, right? I have a theory, right? I feel like if you don't have, and I don't mean wealth, right? But if you don't have a certain amount of money, you actually have no business dating. I would hate for someone to not have anything spare after taking me out. I would like, like, it wouldn't sit right with me. Like, I dated someone once before who was like in loads of debt, which I didn't clock until afterwards. And he said to me, he was like, "Oh, so you've, how do you word it?" He was like, "Oh, so like I traveled so far to do this with you, knowing I had X amount like in my overdraft." And I was like, "But I didn't know that." And
That's just irresponsible from him.
do you get? And if I had have known that, I wouldn't have dated you because I would have felt guilty.
Yeah, but okay, you see, I understand what you're saying, but I think also it could be the time of the month that he's doing it at as well.
Yeah.
Like, someone doesn't have to be excessively wealthy or even have to be wealthy to be able to afford dating. They could just learn how to budget. And
Well, this is what I'm saying.
And know when to date. Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. It's not about being wealthy, but it's about having money spare.
Yeah.
Money spare that isn't going to put you in a chokehold.
And I also think, I think specifically for men, I think maybe this, what you're saying is relevant to men, because I think, I need to stop saying I think, because I know men attach their worth to finance. And so what happens sometimes when they're not financially where they want to be, they have insecurities and paranoia, and then they project those paranoia onto their partners. That's where I say men need to be financially stable to avoid all of those insecurities and having to kind of go through that, because we see a lot of men talk about gold diggers even though they don't have gold. That's clearly a paranoid.
There's nothing to take from you.
It's paranoid rhetorics, and then they demonize women for potentially wanting financial stability because they are so insecure about it. So I think people need to be financially like secure for themselves, men in particular.
Yeah.
Because it just spills onto anyone else. I think the most insecure men I have met is a man who doesn't think he's where he's supposed to be financially, and no woman or no love can cover that. And that's dangerous. That's part of the reason why I don't date broke men, because the issues that they have with themselves and they want to spill onto me is like, wait, I've got enough issues. I don't need this.
You need security.
I need security, and I can't have emotional stability if you're too busy thinking I'm trying to get gold that you don't have. Like,
it's not
what am I fighting with?
It's not
like, what am I even trying to convince? Like,
it's not logical.
And I think that's what can make dating hard. But if you find people who are more emotionally intelligent and not financially where they want to be, personally, I won't date you if you're not financially where you want to be. Like, 'cause we can't both be broke. Well, let's take turns. My turn right now. So I ideally would want to climb up in terms of dating. That's the honest truth.
I think it's very much like you have to have something to build on, or there has to be something that benefits me, whether it's financial, intellectual. There has to be some skill set that you are helping me build on. And
but financial is important now for me.
Yeah, and
it's a must.
Yeah, and big up you.
Yeah.
But like for me, it's like, okay, but you have to have something.
Yeah.
Not like I have enough money to look after myself.
Some things. Yeah.
Things like I have enough money to look after myself. I'm good. I'm fine.
What's your free must have in dating?
Ooh, okay. Emotional intelligence, family orientated, and driver's license.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's really hard because a lot of men just in London do not drive, and it drives me fucking
I think
insane.
a lot of Londoners don't drive.
Yeah, but it's not going to hit.
Oh, literally? Or
Literally. Like I live, like my family are in the countryside.
Oh, okay.
I have a car, I drive, I'm fine,
Okay.
I'm cool.
Yeah.
But you need to be on my level. I don't want to be driving all the time.
Yeah.
I like to be a passenger princess sometimes.
Yeah, it's so nice being a
Do you
passenger.
get
It's like to
switch?
be a passenger princess for life. Like, I like driving, but that's
Yeah.
because sometimes I'm in my mad mode. But I love being a passenger princess.
Yeah.
Like, I'll tell you where to take the left or right.
Yeah, I'm a good director.
Yeah, I'm a good leader. I've got great leadership skills and, telling people what to do skills.
Yeah, per.
Yeah. Per.
Okay, Nicki Minaj or Cardi B?
Oh, gosh, I'm glad you brought this up. Cardi B.
Same.
Cardi's my girl.
I love her music. I have a theory, right? I think, in my opinion, I think Nicki Minaj is a better artist. However, I think Cardi B makes better bodies of work.
Okay, it's funny because my opinion is going to be quite conflicting considering I said that Cardi B. I feel like I probably know more Nicki Minaj songs.
Well, naturally, she's been around forever.
Okay, cool. It's not just me.
That's not controversial, I don't
but
think.
the thing is, with Cardi B, I loved Cardi B before she even became a rapper.
Oh, that's the thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Before she even became a rapper, I love Cardi B when she was on Instagram saying it's cold, but I'm looking like a hoe because a hoe never gets cold. I was like, I love that. Women who are
Energy, the
authentic,
demeanor, yeah.
women who go against the grain, to just be like a hoe never gets cold. You think, oh, most women are trying to be wifey materials, and those phases. There's someone who's very different, and she's confident and she's funny. I love those characters in women, so I just loved her from then. So even when they say she's going to be in love and hip hop, I was like, I cannot wait. So I've loved her since then. So then the rapping thing came late. I was like, of course I'm going to support because
Her music's great.
she's a go-getter.
She's a hustler.
She's a hustler and she's so honest about it. We don't get Cardi B's in the industry.
The tweets are a bit too much though.
She can do what she wants.
Okay.
You know what? I'm big on people can clap back if they want to. Do you know what I mean? Right. I think people are so uncomfortable with people actually having a comeback that they say, oh, just don't respond to her. No, respond. Let her know that you're mad too.
Yeah.
Match her. There's this expectation to be the bigger person. I'm not the bigger person. For me, I'll always be 5'1". So the chances are I am the smaller person here. So,
probably.
So and she's a Libra as well. So I'm like, oh my gosh, we're compatible. I really love it. I just love Cardi B. I love her personality. I love how authentic she is. I think it is a shame that she is quite male-centered, but Nicki is definitely a bigger pick me. But I do think they can both do with this centering men, because even this beef that they have, they're always using men to embarrass each other. See, if I was a rapper, and I had a man that embarrassed me, you cannot embarrass me cussing him. Because I would deny him right then and there. Even if he's behind me.
Don't know who that is.
You're like, your man cheated. What man? I'm single. Your husband behind you. That's not my man. That's just a delivery man. What are you talking about?
Yeah, come on.
But that's not my man. And also, if he cheated and you have a problem with it, go and cuss him. Please, can you cuss him for me? Go, do it. Don't bring him my way, because I feel like holding women accountable for the things that their men do is just another way of being misogynistic.
Yeah.
And Nicki loves that, to shame women through other men. But it's like, Nicki, you cannot talk.
Yeah, the behaviour of your husband isn't really... and your brother and your dad.
And a lot of men that you're around, And so it's like, I think with Nicki, it's just a mean girl spirit that I'm like, this is not nice. Like, you are a legend. Yeah,
and you're in your 40s. Calm down.
But...
chill.
I'm not gonna lie, the age thing, people can be petty up to where they want. But I think Nicki just doesn't fight people who she should actually be fighting. I think fighting your husband, for example, would be great for being like, beef him at home instead of projecting onto other women.
Yeah.
So yeah, Cardi.
I love Cardi too.
Cardi in all aspects.
I can't wait to hear.
That's my bestie.
I can't wait to hear her.
But you know what's interesting? She was actually on my dream housemate list.
Oh really?
Yeah. They asked us that, and I said 3 people.
Who are the other 2?
Jeremy Corbyn and Kelechi.
I love Jeremy Corbyn so much.
I was like, yeah, I want me there, Kelechi and Cardi B.
It's a fun mix.
Do you know how lit that would have? No one would have played with me.
No.
If I had them.
For sure.
If they were the core 4 with me,
I love Jeremy.
It would have been I love my Jezza.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah, that's my guy
that's
too.
That's the white man that can make me switch.
Oh, honestly, I love you so much. I'm like, Jeremy Corbyn, if you're watching this, I love you. I love you. I love you so much.
I love you so much.
And the day I meet you, I'm going to faint, okay?
Yeah. I'll probably faint before getting there, so we won't meet. But yeah.
No, I have to get there first and see it. Know that it's real. And be like, okay, now
say no more.
I love my Jezza.
Me too. Trish.
Yes.
This has been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm very excited to see where you go. Thank you. Manifesting all the good things to you and all of that.
Thank you. And support me.
I do.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait,
I wasn't just talking to you.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I was like, that's why you're here?
Not you being literal with your ism. No, everybody.
But yeah, no, I appreciate you. I think you're fantastic, and I'm very excited to see what happens next.
Oh, thank you so much.
Trish Drop the socials, please, for the people then.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. So my socials are my Instagram. I'm probably more my Instagram than anything else.
Okay, cool.
My Instagram is I am Balusa. So that's my surname. Balusa. I am before that. And my TikTok is at Ar Trish _Balusa, I think. Yeah.
I'll put the links in the bio either way, guys, just so we're all like up to date with it.
Yeah.
Cool. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Thank you so
And
much.
happy Black History
And
Month.
happy Black History Month.
Remember to employ Black people and pay them
High rates.
high rates, please.
My name is Jord Howard. This is the Winning Side Podcast. Thanks for making it to the end. If you have, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. It makes my life a lot easier and my team's. Yeah, I will see. Am I going to say next Tuesday? I don't want to lie. I think I'll see you next Tuesday, guys, but don't hold me to it.
I was just going to say, you can just say, I'll see you next time.
I'm trying so hard to be consistent with my Tuesdays, but the Tuesdays aren't
Is that to hold
Tuesday.
yourself accountable?
Yeah,
Okay, sure.
but we'll see. Right, bye.